that there's two kingdoms. There's the kingdom of darkness and the kingdom of God. And we're born into a world where both these kingdoms exist, right? We see these kingdoms around us. We see the kingdom of God. We see good and beauty and love. But we also see the kingdom of darkness, and we see evil and depression and anxiety and suicide and murder and all the things that make this world really broken. So we're going to start with the kingdom of darkness and the bad news. And before you describe a kingdom, you need to know who the king of that kingdom is. It's the most important thing to know. And the king of the kingdom of darkness is Satan. He is a liar. And he lies to us and says that we can rule our own life and we'll be okay. We'll be happy and fulfilled. But the reality is we end up broken. And then Satan lies to us some more, and he tells us we can get out of this brokenness by trying sex, alcohol, and drugs, or by making a lot of money. Or maybe it's even religion, and even just going to church. And he says those things will get you out of the brokenness. But the problem is these things will slingshot you right back into brokenness if you're still king of yourself. That's the bad news. We're stuck in the kingdom of darkness as king of ourselves, and we can't get out. But the good news is that Jesus is king of the kingdom of God, and he is love. And he loved us so much that he literally came down to our broken world and us in the kingdom of darkness, and he lived a perfect life. And then he died on a cross and was crucified for us so that we could be forgiven and healed. And then he rose from the dead 3 days later to prove that he is king over all this. And all Jesus asks is that we would turn from being king of ourselves and let him be king. And then we could be in his kingdom and enjoy the love, the joy, and the peace that he intended for us to have now and for all eternity. And though there may be suffering in this world, because we're still surrounded by the kingdom of darkness here, we can have Jesus in us and living through us to go back and share this message with everyone around us. So I'd love to ask you, which king are you serving? Are you serving yourself and therefore listening to the lie of Satan? Or is Jesus your king?